Okay, let's look at what's in the typical packet. We did customize them sort of per child, so they're all going to be a little different, but they're all going to be similar. And if there's something that you don't have and you're like, I would really like that, reach out. It's okay. Totally reach out. There's some that we just didn't want to overwhelm you, or we weren't sure if that was something that would be of interest. That's totally fine. We will not be offended. So we have animal matching cards. Now, typically what we would have done is we would have cut them into those little chunks, but we are all out of paper clips and just about all out of rubber bands. And you know what? It always gave us a little bit of, we were always like, oh no, what if we missed one? Or, like when we were cutting them, like, do we have them all? We love it because then it's just like this. It's less mess for you, parents, so you don't have like this stack of like all sorts of stuff and oh no, what if we lose it? This way, when you are ready to do the activity, it's all here and it doesn't take but just snip, snip, snip when you're ready to do it. It's okay. And here's another thing. It's going to let you save the words because our class doesn't have readers yet. We're not reading. We don't need these yet. You can use them in time when they start to notice maybe what the letters look like. But for right now, let's take these out. We don't need them yet. There will come a day. I hope that you hold on to these activities. Actually, I know that a lot of the classes are asking for activities back. There's some. It would be nice to have one or two of each that we have made around, but don't stress about sending things, especially if you love it. If it's an activity that you think, man, it would really be great if we could have this a year from now, So if you've sent something back and you're like, I'd really like it, again, reach out. It's totally fine. That's fine. We have time now that we can make more, but we're just using the ones that you are returning to we're making like a master copy for should something like this happen again, whatever. So what you'll do is when you go to do the activity is you'll snip, 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 and then you'll do it the typical matching way. Just have them put it on top. And of course there's multiple ones. Some of you have a lot of these. Some of you have a little bit of these based on other factors. Maybe if we gave you a lot of bugs, maybe we gave you a little bit of animals this week. So if there's something that you want and you're like, oh, I have a lot of bugs and I want a lot of animals, again, just reach out. It's fine. We just don't want to overwhelm you. You're fine. So then you can do the matching game with them, and so they'll look through the pile and they'll match it up, which a lot of them should be able to do because we've been working on discrimination and finding matches since the beginning of the year, so they should have this part down. You can play the the memory game, see if you can find one that matches, and it just so happens to sneakily have words down here if you need to say it, and anything you can do to increase their vocabulary and their exposure to some of these new words. And what's great about these is they have some on there that are familiar, so that it's not a completely, if there were only animals you had no idea what they were, you probably wouldn't enjoy the activity because you wouldn't feel like a high rate of success. But in Montessori especially, kids enjoy a high rate of success. So what you can do is, they might know what a guinea pig is, maybe not. Or they might know what a squirrel is, probably. So then, you put a good amount of success and maybe a challenge or two in there each time. And so it's building their vocabulary, it's building their knowledge of the world around them. It's all good. You can't really mess it up. You can't really mess it up. You're fine. Just the only way you can mess it up is if you're like, what is this? You need to make a test out of it. Don't make a test of it. You can say, oh, can you show me the meerkat? Or can you you can say it that way until you feel like they're really confident and they completely have it. And then you can say, what is this when you look at the picture? So we've got these. Yes, got them. Totally fine. And you can make the 3-part cards with them, but you don't really need we don't need to do the 3-part part. Just do the 2-part. We'll do words later. These are the same. How nice. Insects. Oh my goodness, Miss Armstrong's class, what they're doing with theirs is they're doing a bug of the day. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Would you like to do a bug of the day? I heard it and I was like, that's so fun. Cool. So we've got that. You can cut those. Really, it's just snip, snip, like it's no. And then you can pick, you can also control then which ones are in here. Totally fine. Oh, I'm not showing you. Whoop. And then our B. So you can play games with them. If you have more questions about 3-part cards and how they work, it's okay. You can search on YouTube or you can ask us. It's all right. If you're missing one, we actually have a huge stack of one of these bug sheets. We have a huge stack of them. And it's one kind. So I'm like, did they not make it into the packet? It's the one with the daddy long legs. If your packet is missing, so I don't know if we accidentally made double copies of the daddy long legs strip, and so we just have extra, or if we actually just down the line forgot the daddy long legs strip of them in all of the packets. I don't actually know, but we have a bunch of them. So if we're missing something, you can talk to us. We're here, we're at school like every day. So yeah, we're not gonna be upset. Our apple cart's not gonna be upset. We wouldn't be mad, but it won't mess our program up or anything. We've got cutting, we've got, some of you, so they're not ready to write yet, exactly. And they're not ready to read yet, exactly, kind of. But once you've done the sound pouches, are you doing sound pouches? Once you've done some sound pouches on these kind of letters, you can start doing a movable alphabet. What? So, for our most advanced students, not everyone, but for our more advanced students, we put in well, actually everybody. We gave letters to everybody. Even though we're not doing letters, you can do letters with your name. It's okay. But again, work on those sound pouches. So specifically, then work on sound pouches that go with your child's name. Yeah. So we put together some cards with some letters to build their name, and then to build those 3 words specifically. So cat, dog, and hen. And so when you feel like they've got a good grasp on those sound pouches, you can use the movable alphabet and have them take the k and the a and the t and make cat. And you can have them take the d and the a and the g and have them make dog. And you can have them take the h and the e and the n and make hen. And that's wonderful. And make sure you're using the phonetic sound and not the name, because it'll get confusing. Kids get really confused when you teach them the name first. So let's teach them the letter sound, and they will be writing words before you know it. I wish you well, and I will see you again tomorrow.